Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Mother of all, Chennai.
Khaibam Rajain opines Meitei Mayek will be more popular among communities if renamed as Manipuri Mayek. Old Manipur 10th and 11th Viva Boys completed IRV. Riflemen and written completed Jamandar candidates 2019 members try to storm Chief Minister Bungalow demanding result declaration. Regional Institute of Medical Sciences Imphal completes 50 years. RIMS Director Professor Asanta says efforts are being made to make RIMS a premier institute. Manipur reports 231 new COVID-19 cases, 231 recoveries and 3 deaths in last 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 6.93%. And India adds 25,404 fresh COVID-19 cases, 37,127 recoveries and 339 deaths in the past 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 97.58%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance. Now, the news in detail. Education Minister Khaibam Rajain has opined that calling Meitei Mayek as Manipuri Mayek will increase its popularity and people of various communities in the state will desire to learn the language. He was speaking on the occasions of Hindi Divas at Hindi Teachers Training Institute, Dhanamanjuri College campus today. Hindi Divas marks the day when Hindi was declared as the official language of India. As Rajain stressed on the need to get acquainted with Hindi as it is the national language. He also encouraged people to learn other languages for better communication. The Education Minister expressed that inclusions of a tribal dialect in the high school syllabus has been always his desire. As Rajain disclosed that Centre has already sanctioned 18 crore rupees for the first installment to develop and promote Meitei Mayek as official language of Manipur. He also assured that recruitment results of the primary and the graduate teachers and other posts of the Education Department will be declared within this month.
Tamnindraga English language kuna kari tamiba. Si ekoina katagi loan oina ekoina yamna ekoi loans leida ekoina SP koina Meitei Mayek se si katanga ekoina pannaba tawro Meitei pannaba bunna tawrena lowe edi Meitei Mayek haibagi mota Manipuri language Manipuri Mayek haraga di Manipur taiba community gudima loina tamu yarakane na idi khalle.
Regional Outreach Bureau ROB Imphal's Ministry of Information and Broadcasting Government of India also observed Hindi Divas today at the auditorium of the ROB. Vedanti, former Assistant Director Official Language, All India Radio Imphal, delivered a lecture on using Hindi in official procedure as a resource person at the program. Recitations and essay writing competitions and cultural programs were the main part of the celebration. B. Narayan, the additional DG, Region Imphal, PIB and ROB, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Dr. A. Bomcha, Head of Office, ROB Imphal, and other officials of the ROB attended the program. Members of Old Manipur 10th and 11th Viva Voiced completed IRB riflemen and written completed Jamandar candidates 2019 tried to storm Chief Minister's bungalow today. The candidate demanded declaration of their recruitment results within 2 days, else warns of intense agitation. Police team, including Imphal West SP, intercepted the protesters near the Nupilal complex and drove them back till Kaisampad Larimbi community hold. Police then let the protesters talk with the authorities concerned over the phone.
Kayarahan koi honorable CM na hariba recruitment process solution biro aduga koi matam leitre election gi maya yam naksale haiduna koi government da kayarahan na memorandum pijagre aduga CM unaraba appointment pibiu haina kayarahan na pijabda sunga siba da positive response pirak tabadagi koi gi naha mayam gi punsi se mangba tare haiduna koi mamangi congress government gi matam da sahi 9 thabak lorga namsilaga thamamba adugumba process adu yaukiba tare haiduna koi ngasi ga sigumba yamna chamba adugumba protest se koi tawjaban.
Manipur has achieved the target set by the Ministry of Finance Government of India for capital expenditure CAPEX in the first quarter of the current financial year 2021-2022. According to Ministry of the Finance Government of India, 11 states, namely Manipur, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Rajasthan and Uttarakhand have managed to meet the capital expenditure target set by the ministry. Thus, as an incentive, these states have been granted permission by the Department of Education to borrow an additional amount of 15,721 crore rupees. Manipur can borrow 90 crore rupees for achieving the capital expenditure target. Next review of the capital expenditure of states will be undertaken by the Department of Expenditure in December this year. It may be mentioned that capital expenditure has a high multiplier effect, enhance the future productive capacity of economy and result in a higher rate of economic growth. Beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana under Kairak Gram Panchayat have urged the government to release a second and third installment fund under the scheme. Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS Imphal held its 58th Foundation Day today. Speaking at the event held at RIMS Jubilee Hall, RIMS Director Professor A. Santa said efforts are being made to uplift into one of the premier medical institutions of the country. He said world's advanced medical technology are now available in the hospital. He added that many departments of the RIMS have been revamped and many new medical equipments have been installed in the hospital this year, especially advanced MRI and ultrasound facilities. Asanta said RIMS, which was established on 14th of September of 1978, has so far produced 3,560 doctors and 1,968 specialist doctors. The RIMS director expressed pride that RIMS Imphal is included in top 50 best medical institutes of the Northeast. Top students of the institute were felicitated, as well as Journal of the Medical Society and annual report were released on the occasion.
Executive Council of RIMS Imphal, in its meeting held in July 2021, has agreed to increase the number of PG seats in the Department of Radiodiagnosis, Anesthesia, Orthopedics from the existing, in the case of radiodiagnosis, 2 to 6, from anesthesia from 10 to 22, and for orthopedics from 2 to 4, respectively. Implementation is targeted in the academic session of 2020-23 after obtaining the approval from the Ministry of the Health and Family Welfare. Government of India. Executive Council has also agreed starting the emergency medicine course MD and the DM course in cardiology in the institute. These courses shall also be started after obtaining the approval from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare.
International Peace and Social Advancement IPSA Kanglepag held its 24th Foundation Day at Langol College, home Langol today. IPSA founder president, who is currently serving as advisor, H. Ibotombi Kumand, national awardee, IPSA president Taurangbam Birgit, chairman of Langol College, home Oinam Mangi Meitei, members of the sister organizations and the inmates joined in for a feast. Speaking on the occasion, H. Ibotombi Kumand said the IPSA started with the named Poramland Apunba, and the organization has served people for the last 24 years. He added that IPSA, along with United Committee Manipur UCM, Protection and Preservation Committee PPCM, and JCILPS, have to work together in facing various issues of the state. The day was marked by hoisting IPSA flag at IPSA GD brands, Kaibul Lamjau brands, Sekmai brands, Thaubal brands, and other areas.
Apex bodies khara lai pudamman Hyderabad United Committee Manipur UCM PPCM Preservation and Protection Committee JCILPS Joint Committee on Inland Permit System sugumba apex bodies asidasu tawjarakan sada mapunda JCILPS Inland Permit System ki atida kanba khongdang du changthang ki indigenous people oiba sing tamdar laiba community kudamusung ase nusi janana singbenana bogi adwana toba ni adona ipsaji swanto mari pandam si swanat lay.
Experts have said that the widespread attack on the tree beans, locally known as Yongchak and Wilong Kunau in Senapati district, is caused by defoliators similuper of the Perichaima species. Press release from Joint Director of ICAR Research Complex for Northeast Hills Region, Manipur Center, I. Megachandra, said that the conclusion was reached after entomologists of the center took samples and studied the pest attack. He said the pest is identified as belonging to Perichaima species and research is going on for future classification. The aggressive pest attack on the leaves and flowers of the stink beans. Farmers can avoid such attack by spraying tree beans with a solution of 10% cypermethrin, 10 milliliters emulsified concentration in 10 liters of water with 2 to 3 milliliters of sticker, or a solution with 5% fiproni, 30 milliliters solidified concentration in 10 liters of water with 2 to 3 milliliters of sticker, or 20% chloropyrifos, 20 milliliters emulsified concentration in 10 liters of water with 2 to 3 milliliters of sticker, or 45% siponoset in 15 milliliters solidified concentration in 10 liters of water with 2 to 3 milliliters of sticker. The Joint Director said using drone or rocket sprayer will be efficient as stink bin trees are told. He added that the same pest attack has also been reported from Ukrul and Kamjong district. An expert team of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Directorate has inspected the pest attack on Yongchak and Wilong Kunau under the instructions of Chief Minister Nongthom Birend. Speaking to Impact News at the Directorate office in Sanjintong today, Joint Director of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Directorate K. Devadatta said the team has started spraying 5 different organic pesticides to curb a further attack on tree beans in the area. Stating that the worms affecting the tree beans are eaten by wild birds, he appeals to stop killing wild birds to avoid such mass infestation in the future.
Indian Council of Agriculture Research Joint Director Masana Hoi Tawdana pirakpa recommendation haibatai tinsi karino haibasigi chap chaba masaktu taaba matungda masi kari tawraga karamba hidakna khwaidai effective oi haibase ekoi hidak makal mari manga pibagi manungda yamna effective oi ni hairiba hidak se cybermetrin je koina lojare koigi battery gi yam sana chatpa koigi sprayer kharasu ekoi tayari tawjare koina wilong khunnogi village chief aduga ningthau singsi kauraga sinaraga kamai kapani khokpani plus masigi follow up oina yam thuna amukka department staff sing ma pham da tha ni yeng jannabagi wakhalon lejai singi lamda amadi tampaki lamsingda nature si respect tawdana pangyan da yan that pangha ta hatpa masigi pot sing se koi lomi sinmi silinau singi tung koiba punsi ma hingnaba amadi leipak si kitang phaba mawongom da puraksi haiba targadi masigi destructive oiba thabak thoram sing se kitang lepaga tawragadi khar phagane.
District Officer Horticulture and Soil Conservation Senapati K.H. Upendra said that a team led by him immediately rushed to Wilong Kuno is located 60 km away from Senapati district headquarters to take a stock of the infestation. He said around 500 stink bin trees in the village have been already affected and around 200 already dried up. Upendra said that the directorate is making efforts on war footing to protect the remaining trees using organic as well as chemical pesticides.
Semi-Luportin Makanjana, Matonjana, Pingma Suoi, or Coxina walk tongue name Masasina to Kapai the Rusale. Pambi Soxi, I am but Tumna to Maglay Haitar, Tin Makanjing the Tsaris and a leguminous plan actane, Yongchaki Kambu, which is Surang Mikamu, Tukamu Moy, some Prada Tade, Comlada Tade, Taibung the Tade, Atopakam, Pambi Makalam Tade. The Monia Sectali Kuchika, the Hector, Puntum, Pambi, Hector, Loragamu, Makasi, the Kapai, group the Salaga, Topa Pambi, Anovo, Munduta Salaga. One of the Yongchak Sanim, the Sida Makai ground, the Lehori, Canbea Pum, the Kunwar putting Hagatra, do Pim the Sangaga, Hidaki Kakan, the Kitins, Semilu Porsche, Yen Sing the Yampam the Sahoe, Wilong Kunogilam, Sida Uchikoyak, Contacte, Yam Usek, Moine sing missing in a Hatoki bra, the Ayam Parazabra, Uchik, Yaleho, the Usik China, Yampatan Lergati, Masada Tungi, but in Yam, the Yam Luchagi never, ecological imbalance over Madilay, Mugi consider.
Manipur reported 231 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 3,329 samples tested in the last 24 hours. Today's COVID positivity rate stands at 6.93%. As per the latest report from the State Health Department and the COVID-19 Command Control Room, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 1,17,461, out of which active cases are 2,614. 3 COVID patients, 1 from Imphal East and 2 from Imphal West District, died in the past 24 hours, rising the death toll to 1,815. On the positive note, 231 recoveries were reported in the past 24 hours. Total recovered cases have reached 1,13,032. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 96.23%. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Impact TV ko pum nong norob Impact TV Premier Channel da online da luhong bahari usmang kumaya se September tarani pan ginumidang pung taram di September taram pan ginumidang waram pung ohum tam matam da so repeat telecast to jagani adom gi LCO sing da lupan ni TV daga subscribe to view Premier so ase Google Play Store gi kuthang da Impact TV app download to birga miyang tabi basu yagani September tarani pan ginumidang waram pung taret sungsoi choi da kudol tam jeragani online da Hongba.
Alpha BCI Memorial Academy. Registration for some vacant seats in Class 11 Science and Arts is extended till 2nd week of September. Alpha BCI Memorial Academy is a school where you can see people from around the nation. You will have the opportunity to experience things you have never experienced before. We have highly skilled teachers and a comfortable environment that doesn't pressure but eases the mind of students to help them into their future careers. For more details, please contact Alpha BCI Memorial Academy, serving education. Thangmeban phone number 9863016217.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime, the English Bulletin. India added 25,404 fresh COVID-19 cases, 37,127 recovered and 339 deaths in the past 24 hours. As per the latest report of the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active cases are 3,62,207. Total recovered cases are 3,24,84,159 and recovery rate stands at 97.58%. While the death toll has reached 4,43,213. COVID-19 vaccine has been administered to more than 75 crore 22 lakh people in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 22 crore 62 lakh 17,000 people. Above 46 lakh 55,000 people have died and recoveries are above 20 crore 28 lakh 83,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 93 lakh 96,000 in the world, followed by Brazil and India. MPCC co-opted member Achoibam Deben has appealed to government to bring back SDO, SDC and BDO offices from Porompat to its original place, Sombung. In a video released from the Lamlai Kendra Development Political Forum today, Deven highlighted the plights facing locals in the absence of these offices. He appealed to the relevant department to bring the office back to Sombung as law and order situation has improved. Coordinating body Kurai also appealed to Chief Minister Nongthombam Birend to bring back the offices to Sombung.
Sahi Trawagi Mamangda, Sida, SDO, SDC, BDO office, Masida Patana run to the Galan. Matamaduda, Akoi Iranga, Madam Muerga, Haibu officing J, Porompata Loy Hongre. Porompata Hong, Haise, Makai, Asongi Lady, Prajazina, Sato Sinto, but Yam Don Sada, my owner. Adubu Hojiti, Sagazi, Irang Paranka, Sulaitra Banina, Nakan Sida, Amando Post, Complex Amalere, Aduhe Nakana, BDP, Complex Amalere. Security for Obu to Yampare, Irang Zulaitra Banina, Masi, Marie Lenava, Maru and Honorable Minister Yam Tamotion Hajari, Matamama. Sahi Trawagi Mamangda Ranto Udana Lairamba, Somungi, SDO, SDC, Porompata Labasing, Somunda Uta Puda Biraga, Makai Asongi, Yang Biraga, Autati Nungshi Biraga, Pudabi, Haibu Wapamse Yam Tamoshena, Tamjari Sahi.
Joint Chief Electoral Officer Ramananda Nomekapam kicked off the 4-day certification program for the Assistant Returning Officers of Chandal, Ukhrul, Senapati, Churachandpur, Tamilang and Kangpokpi district today. The program was kicked off from the conference hall of the Chief Electoral Officer, Manipur, Lumphilpat. National-leveled master training stressed on nomination, scrutiny of nomination, withdrawal of candidature and allotment of symboled and postal ballot to trainees on the first day. They will also be trained on the district election management plan, vulnerability mapping, qualification and disqualification and others. Convener of People for Change Rohan Philand said he will soon go on a cycle rally covering all the assembly constituencies of Manipur under the banner to make upcoming general election free and fair election sense using gun power and muscle power. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, Rohan appealed to public cooperation in bringing a free and fair upcoming election as in Mizoram. He appealed to refrain from election-related feast and bribing for votes.
Gun power na, muscle power na, maina bot thada handaba. Ana Mizoram da ikoi dana taugiba awon bado hantak Manipur da lakaduri election 2022 sida ikoi na pujarakke de akoi hairaga di pulak Manipur praja mayam sina mak pujarakke haibagi dumba achatpa thajaba amaga loina na tawbane risk leiba campaign oibanina election du syam mari leina banina hojikse responsive phadi dum phajari dubu open noina yawning daba mi na sudum khoi namna leire aduduga amtanga khoina hapchin jabada tasengna Manipur da hana leirami ba system che loina mak mosim dagi khoina loimak sengtokani haibadi nate handaki campaign jeda adubu extend khara da khoina ngamba changdu da khoina Haidi chakcha hijanaba tobiganu, driving tobiganu, aduga sen yen ba lakba misu yen danaba haibiu, aduga lawba lakba misu sen lobiganu.
Chingdai Area Kuki Youth Organization's Kangpokpi District launched a month-long basic foundation course for civil service aspirants within the Chingdai population, starting today at the Chingdai UJB school. Church leaders, area chiefs and the CAKYO executive attended the event. General Secretary Chingdai Area Kuki Youth Organization Bawipu Kongsai said that the program is a part of CAKYO efforts to revolutionize education system in the areas, and its core agenda is to produce more government officers from the area to pave the way for future generations and to guide them in the competitive world. None Battalion of Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarters 22 Sector Assam Rifled and Inspector General of Assam Rifled East organized a free medical camp at village Kongsang today. As a part of the Go Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, the free medical camp commenced with an informative lecture on justice for health, where locals were enlightened on basic healthcare issues, including precautions against viral diseases and COVID-appropriate behaviors, as well as importance of hygiene and sanitation for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. 74 civilians, including 18 children, were checked up and provided free medicines. Red Shield Division General Officer Commanding Major General Naveen Sachdeva today flagged off the group of 44 trainees under Skill Development Program at Laimakong Military Station. They will undergo 3-month hospitalities and tourism management course in Guwahati. Pragati EduTech NGO and Red Division initiated the program. Manipur Battalion under the aegis of IZAR South in a joint operation with Manipur Police apprehended a suspected active insurgent of the proscribed grouped National Revolutionary Front of the Manipur NRFM from the Langol area in Imphal West District on the 12th of September. Based on specific inputs, troops of Assam Rifles along with Manipur Police launched an operation which led to the arrest. Arrested person has been handed over to Lumfeld Police Station for further investigation. Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur will issue admission card for the Higher Secondary Improvement Examination 2021 with effect from September 14th to 17th, 2021. Press release from the COSEM requested all concerned principals of institutions and private candidates to collect the same by themselves or by sending an authorized person of the institution concerned during office hour. Higher Secondary Improvement Examination 2021 will be held at Johnstone Higher Secondary School, Imphal, and practical examinations will be held at Tampasna Girls Higher Secondary School. Ministry of Civil Aviation and Directorate General of Civil Aviation DGCA have granted conditional exemption from the Drone Rules 2021 to the Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR and the Indian Institute of Technology Bombay IITB. The permission has been granted to ICMR for conducting experimental beyond the visual line of sight BVLOS vaccine delivery in Manipur, Nagaland and Andaman and Nicobar Island up to a height of 3,000 meters using drone. IIT Bombay has received a drone use permission for research, development and testing of drone in its own premises. This exemption shall be subject to the terms and conditions of the state as airspace clearance and shall be valid for a period of 1 year. Senior Congress leader and Rajya Sabha MP Oscar Fernandez passed away in a hospital at Mangaluru yesterday. He was 80. Fernandez was hospitalized after suffering a fall while doing yoga at his home in July this year. He was administered in the ICU following a surgery to remove a clot in his brain. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan, Congress leader Sonia Gandhi and other leaders condoled his demise. His body will be kept at Uduppi and Mangaluru's church for people to pay homage. Last rites of the veteran Congress leader will be held on Thursday at Bengaluru. His body will be airlifted tomorrow afternoon. Tributes will be paid at Congress Party Office, Bengaluru, and the funeral rites at St. Patrick's Church and burial at the Hoshur Cemetery, Bengaluru. Manipur, Congress Party MLAs, ex-MPs, ex-MLAs, the Congress leaders and office bearers have condoled the demise of the Congress veteran leader, Oscar Fernandez. A condolence meet was held at Manipur Congress Bhavan, BT Road today. NSC and GPRN has expressed condolences on the demise of the Congress veteran leader, Rajya Sabha member and the former Union Minister Oscar Fernandez. Now the news from the world of sport. Arrangements are underway for AFC Women's Asian Cup 2022 to be held from January 20 till February 6. All India Football Federation will be hosted the tournament under the aegis of Asian Football Confederation. Preparatory coaching camp will be held for setting up the Indian team. 9 members of Old Manipur Football Association will be participating in the camp. They are goalkeeper Maibam Lintoingambi and Ilangbam Panthoy, defender NG Sweetie, Hemam Silki, Sorokhaibam Ranjana, Thonaujam Kritina, Wangkem Lintoingambi, and midfielders Tokchom Martina and Dangmei Grace. Swedish football coach Thomas Denierby will mentor the Indian women team for the tournament. Chumthang Sanapung Managing Director SKB today flagged off a group of students to compete in 7th Students' Olympic National Game. The event will be held from 17th of September to 19th of September at Rohtak in Haryana. Flagging off the team from the Chumthang Sanapung, Langtabald, Puramakong, SKB said 256 Manipuri students will compete in various sports events. She urged youths to stay away from drugs for health and happiness.
Student Olympic Association of India na sindana wigi darerak suba Student Olympic Games masigi masana asida akhoi nauriagi oiba angang sing amadi lamlam jaga jaga singi oiba to pa kendra dagi sulaktana angang sing sinanga si Haryana da chana jarur duduriba philasida mai pak pa purak bangamba oibiu haidana haki site dagi cha singda mangol asiba bijari.
Manipur Football Association will begin Coronel Khetri Mayum Arun Kumar Memorial Under-18 Boys Futsal Tournament at Chingarel Tejpur Poloi Artificial Turfed Ground on September 17. Khetri Mayum Chandra Lekha Devi and family will sponsor the tournament where 4 groups of 13 teams will compete. Classic Football Academy Chingmairong will play against Patsoi Maka Yaifa Lupt Patsoi in the first league match on September 17 at 2 p.m. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Education Minister Sorokhaibam Rajin opines Meitei Mayek will be more popular among communities if renamed as Manipuri Mayek. Old Manipur 10th and 11th Viva Boys completed IRB riflemen and returned completed Jamandar candidates 2019 members tried to storm Chief Minister's bungalow demanding results declaration. Regional Institute of Medical Sciences Imphal completes 50 years. RIMS Director Professor A. Santa says efforts are being made to make RIMS a premier institute. Manipur reports 231 new COVID-19 cases, 231 recoveries and 3 deaths in last 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 6.93%. And India adds 25,404 fresh COVID-19 cases, 37,127 recoveries and 339 deaths in past 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 97.58%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and stay safe.
Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute.